Namaskar viewers, I, Dr. Renu Tomar, welcome you to the lectures of CEC Gurukul. Friends, if you recall, we have been discussing series of lecture on NEP 2020. In our previous series, we have covered our discussion on school education. Today, we shall be discussing how NEP 2020 has treated higher education. To quote NEP 2020, it is meant for quality universities and colleges. The framework, whenever the NEP 2020 was to be framed, the experts, the academicians who were working upon NEP 2020, they had to identify what are the lacunas in higher education which need to be addressed. So that was the first point from which the dealing of higher education for the future began. The major points which were identified and underlined to be taken care of in NEP 2020 were that the present higher education system is severely fragmented. Secondly, it was seen that in the higher education system, the cognitive skills and learning outcomes are not really taken care of. When the academicians focused their approach on that, they came out with the solutions. Those solutions have been underlined in NEP 2020. We shall be discussing those solutions also. The third lacuna or the problem which is currently faced by the higher education system in India as per NEP 2020 is that there is inadequate mechanism for merit-based career management and progression of faculty and institutional leaders. It was observed that the career management and progression of faculty is not really being taken care of. Presently, we have for the faculty of higher education, we have refresher course, but that was found to be inadequate by the academicians who were responsible for structuralization of NEP 2020. Another facet which was seen to be required to be taken care of by the academicians, by the implementers of the present era as to prepare the higher education for the 21st century was that research at most of the universities and college was not taken care of. It was also observed that the research perspective was not really introduced in a manner in which it is being introduced in international organization. So, peer reviewed research and funding across the discipline was something which was outlined in NEP 2020. Another important aspect which was found to be missing in present higher education system was that whenever we talk about disciplines, they are rigidly separated. Mathematics, may it be the masters of mathematics, may it be the BSc mathematics, the students are only taught mathematics. When we talk about English literature, the students of English literature are taught only English literature. Similarly, if we have a look at the sociology or social work, so they are highly specialized disciplines and they are dealt from the very beginning, that is from the UG level to the doctorate level in the same manner. The result is interdisciplinary research, which is very important facet for the internationalization of higher education, is missing in the present higher education. Another important aspect which was found to be missing in present higher education was that the socio-economic or disadvantaged group were not given the kind of their issues need to be addressed because they were not given the kind of we would say that they needed to be in the safe hands. They also needed to be monetary benefited. They also required that the students who are coming from the socially economic disadvantaged areas, those students not just needs funds as to go for their UG education, PG education and research, but they also require the help related to the language, help related to the socio-psychological factor. So, those were also core areas which were found to be missing. That is why in NEP 2020 there has been special emphasis on the counselors, may it be the career counselors or may it be the counselors who are to deal with the socio-psychological attitude and aptitude of the students. So, this has been emphasized because of the fact that it has been identified that the socio-economical weaker students are not given the kind of mentoring they should be provided in the higher education system. Similarly, it was also found that the teacher and institutional autonomy was missing. It was in fact very limited. The teachers were not given the kind of freedom they should be given. Similarly, institutions are not given the kind of a freedom they should be given. Apart from that, it was also underlined that the regulatory system was ineffective. Presently, we have the regulatory system at 2 or 3 levels, and those regulatory systems are found to be very monotonous by the experts, by the academicians who were responsible for the NEP 2020, that they found that the regulatory system needs to be revamped and it needs to be brought under one umbrella. If it is brought under one umbrella, then it will be easy to control, because presently there is so much diversification. Presently there is so much separate entity of all the fields, may it be the law, may it be the engineering. All of us know that there are different agencies which are regulating the professionalism of all the different areas, like we have NCTE for education, we have AICTE for engineering, we have Pharmaceutical Council for pharmacy. Similarly, we have MCI for medical, we have Bar Council for law. So, these regulatory systems are working independently, and the result is that the education in itself is also very fragmented. Law stands as law only, sociology stands as sociology only, wherein what should be happening is that all these subjects, or we should say discipline, should be studied together. Only then they would be able to provide knowledge and information to the students, which can be utilized by the students in day to day life as well as in the industry. Only then the effectiveness of the education will improve. Another important aspect which has been found in NEP 2020, which has been underlined in NEP 2020, is that the affiliating universities has resulted in low standards of undergraduate education. In fact, in NEP 2020, the experts have stated that the government in long run, the educational institution in long run should try to get rid of affiliation system itself. This affiliation system is responsible for not just lower standard of undergraduate education, but also the monetary corruption, because here we have the private people also engaged in the affiliating universities, and they are not really much concerned about the academic level of the institution, the learning of the student. That is resulting in the students who are being produced are not employable. They don't have information and knowledge of their own area, as the statistics says that more than 92% engineers in India are unemployable. That itself is an eye-opening statistics. That itself shows that the kind of education we are giving to our students is just waste of time, energy and money of the parents as well as students. In fact, we are wasting the resources of the country. So, this has been seen very seriously by the experts and the educationists who were working at NEP 2020. That is why they have taken cognizance of the fact that affiliating universities need to be not controlled, but they need to be converted into multidisciplinary universities, and affiliation system shall be given away as the time passes. So, as far as the policy vision is concerned, from here we come down to what policy wants, what kind of vision it is giving to the academicians to implement in future. One, that we should be having large multidisciplinary universities and colleges. Second, most important aspect which NEP 2020 is propagating not only in higher education but also in school education, that medium of instruction or programs should be in Indian languages. In fact, NEP 2020 has been stating it that the students are more comfortable in their own languages, in their own mother tongue. This should be taken care of whenever we are developing the curriculum of the higher education also. Similarly, as we discussed a second back, that faculty and institutional autonomy is seen to be lesser in the present higher education system. That is why the NEP 2020 has specifically mentioned that we should be working upon to have more of faculty and institutional autonomy, and the curriculum should also be revamped, and the pedagogy, assessment and student support should also be reviewed, so that we have a system which is in place and providing not just information to the student, but also knowledge and preparing the children, the students of the higher education for the industry in the future, because the purpose of higher education is to instill critical thinking. The purpose of higher education is to instill assessment skill amongst the student. That means the student should be able to become a better analytic thinker. So, analytic thinking, critical thinking, as well as the student should be able to develop the research psychology. That means the student should be able to find out the problem, and whenever the student is able to find out the problem, accordingly student should be able to suggest the solution. So, the major role of higher education is to improve the higher thinking level of students, and because this is the major purpose of higher education, so pedagogy should also be developed similarly, and students should be supported in such a manner, and curriculum should also be revamped. As far as teaching is concerned, the career progression is to be based upon research. This has been underlined by NEP 2020. Another important aspect which we need to discuss whenever we talk about higher education from the perspective of NEP 2020, that they have talked about introducing National Research Foundation. The main agenda or main objective of the National Research Foundation will be to fund outstanding peer reviewed research, as well as to provide seed money for research in universities and colleges till the universities and colleges become independent enough to generate their own seed research. How can universities or colleges develop their own seed money or their own money as to develop research in their own organization? Friends, as we know, in most of the good international organization, in the international universities, it is seen that they are having relations with the corporate in such a manner that they are doing research for the corporate or for the institutions which will be able to utilize the knowledge and information which is being provided by the universities to them, and thereby through this relation the universities are getting funded, and the corporate, or we should say the industries, are being benefited by getting new research ideas which are already patent. So, they can further develop or have the universities developing those ideas in such a manner that they can utilize those conceptually as well as in their actions to improve their working, of the industries. So, R&D, which is a major phenomena of all the industries, that is being addressed by the universities in the world at large. This is the perspective with which NEP 2020 has seen higher education, that in India also the universities should be working as resources providing resources to the industries for the R&D, their R&D, and thereby mutually both should be benefited, not just the industries in India but also universities in India. So, this is the basic idea which has been taken up by the academicians, educationists who have worked upon NEP 2020. Another important aspect, as we discussed when we talk about the problem, was that there are multitude of regulatory system, and the regulatory systems are not really good at regulating the body. That is why in NEP 2020 it has been introduced that higher education should be controlled by the independent boards having academic and administrative autonomy. Those independent boards will be light but tight in their regulation, as they will be governed by single regulators. The another important aspect which has been introduced in NEP 2020, that even a college should be cross disciplinary. The pure sciences, the pure humanities, the pure commerce should not be at center of higher education, and even a college should have more than 3000 students. So, that should be the numbers for which any institution or any university should be run. From here, what we can conclude is that the aim of NEP 2020 is, one is to utilize the present resources in the best possible manner. That means the colleges which are being run, they should be addressed, they should be strengthened in such a manner that they can run for 3000 or more students. Secondly, that the higher education, the enrollment in higher education should also be increased, particularly when we talk about equity and access to the people who come from the socially disadvantaged group, for the women, for the SC, ST. For them particularly, it is very important that they are included in the higher education. For their inclusion, it becomes very important that the colleges themselves are strengthened in such a manner that they themselves can teach 3000 or more students. The NEP 2020, as we discussed right now, we will be further detailing it, that how NEP 2020 has elaborated upon restructuring on consolidation of higher education. NEP 2020 has basically referred to Indian university system which existed in traditionally. To give some examples, in Indian ancient universities like Takshila, Nalanda, Vikramashila, Vallabhi, all of us know these are the universities which have earned name not just nationally but internationally. In fact, the students from all over the world used to come and study in these universities. What was so good about these universities? Two aspects. It was multidisciplinary. Second, it had research perspective. The pedagogy and curriculum was very flexible. This is at the center of NEP 2020 also when it talks about higher education, that the universities, the present universities should be promoted in such a manner that they become research intensive and teaching intensive, along with providing the scope for sports, curricular, extracurricular to the students. The colleges should become autonomous in such a manner that they should themselves be able to grant degree to the students. They would be smaller than a typical university, but in their academic perspective they would be similar to the university. That means they would be interdisciplinary and they would be research oriented also. Of course, the research in colleges will be taken up less, but of course they will be encouraged, they will be mentored, they will be supported in a graded accreditation manner, so that they can groom themselves into the organization which is autonomous and is not only a teaching organization but also research organization. By 2040, all higher education institutions shall aim to become multidisciplinary institution as far as NEP 2020 is concerned. So, that means as soon as we begin implementation of NEP 2020, our target will be to get rid of the present system of academia, which is having pure sciences and pure humanities, and by 2040, that is within 30 years, we should have all multidisciplinary institutions, which should aim at improving the gross enrollment ratio. It has been observed that in 2018, the vocational education had only 26.3, which need to be increased to 50%. Friends, we need to be cautious about the fact that in India, we have such a less GER when we talk about higher education, and when we compare it with other organizations, the developed nations as well as the developing nations. Like when we look at USA, we generally talk about USA. There we have great emphasis on vocational education, and it is more than 50%, in fact more than 70%. So, there the higher education is promoted. Institutions shall be allowed to have open distance learning, because this is the only way to increase GER in higher education, because the students who are staying at the remote areas or who are working, that is why they are not capable of registering and studying in a regular mode, they should also have a chance to improve their education as to become more educated and to have more knowledge and be more informed. How can we help those students? By having more ODL, open distance learning organization, and even ODL should be in the blended mode. ODL being in the blended mode means that we can have the regular mode blended with ODL. Thereby, we shall be able to have enhanced learning, enhanced knowledge and improved understanding amongst the students, because the students, whenever they are working as well as learning, they are more learned in comparison to the students who are learning in the classroom. The four walls have never been seen as motivating as far as learning is concerned. So, friends, these were the few points which NEP 2020 has taken very seriously. Apart from that, and another aspect which NEP 2020 has talked about in its document is that the organization should move towards having full autonomy, may it be the academic or administrative. Similarly, the nomenclature of the higher education in India, which exists as deemed to be university, affiliating university, technical university or unitary university, that should be replaced by simply university. Just as we know that HRD, which existed, has been renamed as Education Ministry. So, we have one Education Ministry. Similarly, we should have university having multidisciplinary approach, and universities which should be research oriented and teaching oriented, and the affiliation system should end by 2030. Private institution with the public spirit commitment should be promoted. As far as NEP 2020, it has taken a positive view of the private institutions, provided they are equitable and accountable as far as education agenda is concerned. So, this is something which has been seen by NEP 2020. Moreover, it has focused on incubation centers. Incubation centers are the centers which are responsible for developing science and technology and providing more research, patent research from the universities to the nation and to the industry, so that can be used by the industry more positively. So, universities should be focusing on their incubation center, and they should be more focusing on the research, and there should be more of industry academic linkage. Friends, we shall be discussing further about the higher education as it has been dealt by NEP 2020 in our next lecture. So, I will take your leave. Have a good day. Namaskar.